Hello, guys, welcome all of you to the Study with Me YouTube channel. So, in today's lesson, we are going to learn about mixed numbers and improper fractions. Have you heard those terms? Yes, I hope so. So, in this figure, in the figure that I had shown here, you can see there are pieces of cakes, right? This is a whole cake, and this is an exactly half of an identical cake, right? When the whole cake is considered as a unit, we can write it as 1. When this whole cake is considered as a unit, I can write it as 1. Then the other part, what about the other part? The other part is exactly half of such a cake, which can be expressed as what? Half. Understood? So in total, the total amount of cake can be written as 1 plus half, right? 1 plus half times the whole cake. So this can be written as again without the plus sign 1 and half, right? Understood. So guys, this type of fraction can be named as a mixed number. A mixed number. What's the reason for that? The reason is, this is a whole number, right? This is a proper fraction. So a number when a number consists of a whole number and a proper fraction, they are called mixed numbers. Got the point? I hope it is clear by now. Okay, great. So let's go to the other section. Here there are three main figures: 1, 2, and 3. So let's try to learn about mixed numbers using these figures as well. When we go to the first figure, you can see there are two rectangles, 1 and 2, and they are exactly same. I mean, exactly identical, right? So when you take this one, you can see the colored portion here. The whole portion is colored. So we can take this as 1. And in the second picture, you can see the same rectangle, the same sized rectangle has been divided into three portions, and out of them two have been colored, 1, 2. So we can write this situation. We can write this as a mixed number. What? This is a colored figure which had been the whole figure had been colored. So we can write it as 1, and it's plus 1 plus what is the colored portion out of here? It is 2 upon 3, right? So we can write it as 1 plus 2 upon 3. So this is a mixed number, so we can write it as 1 and 2 upon 3. Understood? Okay, now let's go to the second point. Second figure, sorry. So it's also same as the first one. We can take this, the whole colored picture or the rectangle, as 1. So in the second rectangle, you can see one portion had been colored out of 4. So we can write the colored fraction as 1 upon 4. So the whole mixed number. So if I consider, if I remove this plus sign, I can write this mixed number as 1 and 1 upon 4. Likewise. Okay. So in the third figure, you can see there are three circles, and out of them, two circles have been completely colored. So we can take this is as one unit, and this is as another unit. And in this unit, I mean in this whole circle, 5 portions had been colored out of 8. So I can write this as 1 plus 1 plus 5 upon 8. So we can add the whole number separately. 1 plus 1, what is it? It's 2. Then we can write this plus sign as it is. Then 5 upon 8. So this is a mixed number. We can forget this plus sign and write it as 2 and 5 upon 8. Got the point? Okay. So in the next section, we'll be discussing about the in this section discussed about the mixed numbers, and in the next section we'll be discussing about the proper fractions. Okay. Okay, now I believe that you have a good understanding about mixed numbers. So let's learn about improper fractions. Improper fractions. So you can see in the below figure that there are two main figures, the first one and the second one, like this. But they are same again, okay? So when you consider the first figures, it has another two figures, 1 and 2. So can you write this as a mixed number? This was explained in the earlier explanations. For example, if I give you the answer, we are taking this as a unit, so we can write it as 1, and this unit has been divided into three parts, and out of that, parts had been colored. So we can write the colored fraction here as 2 upon 3. So the mixed number can be written as, due to that, 1 and 2 upon 3, like this. So this is how you can represent this figure, the colored portion of these figures, as a mixed number. Okay, now let's go to the second figures. What happens here? You can see it's the same. It's the same as the first two figures. No difference here, right? When you consider this, the whole unit or the whole figure had been completely colored. But this had been again divided into three identical parts, as same as the second figure that I am drawing here. In here also, the second figure as well had been divided into three identical parts. So when we consider this one, you can see the whole unit, the whole figure had been colored. So each figure, right, we can divide it into three parts. This figure can be divided into three parts, and one part can be presented like 1 upon 3. And this part also can be presented as 1 upon 3. And this part also can be presented as 1 upon 3. What about this? This part also, when we take them separately, we can write it as 1 upon 3. It is same for this one as well. It's 1 upon 3. So you can see, when you consider the whole colored portions, they are additions of all these 1 upon 3s. How many 1 upon 3s there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 1 upon 3s. I'm considering about the colored portions, okay? 5 1 upon 3s are representing here. Understood? So we can write it as what? When if you add everything, we can write it as 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3. How many 1 upon 3s are there? Altogether, there are 5 1 upon 3s. So we can write this as, we can add the numerators, right? So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So it's 5. Since the denominator, all the denominators of these fractions are equal to 3, then the answer's denominator as well equals to what? 3. So now we can write the same colored figures, its fraction as 5 upon 3. So now you can understand these two figures are same. So definitely this mixed number and this fraction is also should be definitely same. But what happens here? Normally, the proper fractions, in proper fractions, the numerator is smaller than the denominator. But when you have mixed numbers, when you convert a mixed number to an improper fraction, when you convert a mixed number to a fraction, we can tell it's becoming its numerator becoming larger than the denominator. Here, numerator, this is n, this is d. Numerator is becoming larger than the denominator. So this is common for mixed numbers. So when you are converting mixed numbers into improper fractions, that's why it's called improper, because the numerator is greater than the denominator. So in such cases, you can see how improper fractions are generating can be generated during these mixed numbers. So these types of figures can be either represented as either a mixed number or an improper fraction. So we can write due to that 1 and 2/3 or 2 upon 3 can be written as this is exactly equal to 5 upon 3. So this is called as what? The mixed number. And this is called what? Improper fraction. So now I believe that you are okay with improper fractions, how the connection between the mixed numbers and the improper fractions. So let's, in the next section, let's go for some examples. So this will be crystal clear for you guys. Okay, now let's do some exercises. So let's go for the first question. Of the fractions given below, choose and write down the improper fractions. Okay, what is the first one? First one is 8 upon 6. Write down the improper fractions. The fractions are improper, should be improper. So you can see the numerator here, which is 8, and this is the denominator. The numerator is greater than the denominator. So this is an improper fraction. Okay, I will write it as improper fraction. Right. So let's go to the second one. What is it? 49 upon 50. The numerator is smaller than the denominator. So this is not an improper fraction. The third one, what happens? 31 out of 30. The numerator here is greater than the denominator. So this is an improper fraction, not a proper fraction, improper fraction. What about the fourth one? 19 upon 3. So the answer is clear. The numerator is greater than the denominator. So this is an improper fraction. And let's go to the final one. Let me write it here. 3 upon 4. The numerator here, 3, is smaller than the denominator, 4. So this is not an improper fraction. Okay, let's go to the second question. Express 2 and 3 upon 4 as an improper fraction. So you can see this number is a what? Mixed number, no? This is a mixed number. We can write it as mixed number. So there are two methods actually we can use, right, in order to make this mixed number into an improper fraction. So let's go to the first method. First method. What's it? So if you write this as 2 and 3 upon 4, you can write this 2 as 1 plus 1 plus this 3 upon 4. This 1 can be written as 4 upon 4, right? 4 divided by 4. The answer is 1. Why I'm taking, I can even write it as 5 upon 5, 10 upon 10. Why didn't I write it as that? The reason is here, the proper fraction part, in the proper fraction part, the denominator is 4. That is why I am writing this 1 as writing this one with 4, right? And also the second one also can be written as 4 upon 4 plus 3 upon 4. So I can write this as, if I take the denominator, the common denominator, the denominator is same for all these three fractions. So I can write the common denominator as 4. And I can write the top part, the numerator part as 1, 4 plus 4 plus 3. Then 4 plus 4, it's 8. 8 plus 3, it's 11. Then 11 upon 4. Understood? So that's the answer. Right. What I wanted to tell is, this is only the first method. So what will be the second method? For me, this is the most easiest. What is the second method of converting a mixed number into an improper fraction? 2 and 3 upon 4. This is the way that you can do it. You're writing the denominator as it is. So it's 4. What you should do is write this line as like this, and you can multiply 2 by 4. You can multiply here, 2 by 4. You're multiplying, and for that answer you are adding this 3. So what's the answer? 2 into 4, it's 8, plus 3 divided by 4. So what's the answer? 11 upon 4. I think this method will be really easy. Let's go for another example. Express 3 and half, 3 and 1 upon 2 as an improper fraction. So this is a mixed number. Let's do it using the multiplication approach, okay? Right. What I'm doing, I'm writing the denominator as it is, and I'm drawing this line as well, quite a lengthy one. Then what I'm doing, I'm multiplying 3 and 2. 3 into 2, and I'm putting these brackets as well because I need to get the answer of this two multiplication first, okay? And then for that I'm adding 1. So what will be the answer? 3 into 2, it's 6, plus 1 divided by 2. The answer is 7 divided by 2. That means 7 upon 2. So I have converted this 3 and 1 upon 2 mixed number into an improper fraction. Okay, what's next? Express 7 upon 10 as a mixed number. Okay, so now what? We know that this is an improper fraction, right? This is an improper fraction. So what you need to do is you need to convert this into a mixed number, which means a number which consists of a whole number and a proper fraction. Okay, right. How can we do it? What does it mean here? 17 upon 10 means 17 divided by 10. So shall we divide this? How do we divide this? 17 divided by 10. How many tens are in 17? That is 1, no? Then 10 into 1, it's 10. 17 minus 10, it's 7. So now we can write it as a mixed number like this. So this is, remember, this is the whole number part. Whole number. Whole number part. Okay. And this should be the denominator. And this will be the numerator. So we can write it as 1 7 upon 10. So shall we check whether, so now this is the mixed number and that's the answer that they have asked. Shall we check whether we can convert this mixed number again into the improper fraction? I mean, which is the answer should be 7 upon 10. Shall we check how we can do it? So the denominator should be 10, then 1 into 10, it's 10 plus 7, this 7. So we can write it as 17 upon 10. You can see from the mixed number that I have taken the improper fraction. Here from the improper fraction I had taken the mixed number. That's for your knowledge. Okay, what about this? Express 17 upon 4 as a mixed number. So what can we do? 17 upon 4 means 17 divided by 4. How many 4s are there in 17? That is 4, right? 4 into 4, it's 16. 17 minus 16, it's 1. So how do we do? This is the whole number. This is the denominator and this is the numerator. Here the denominator and this is the denominator, right? Both this should be same. So you, if it is not clear, you can't remember, just keep this in mind. So how do we write this as a mixed number? 4 and 4, 1 upon 4. So this is the answer. If you need, you can convert this into the improper fraction. So you should get the answer 17 upon 4, which is visible here, right? Okay, great. So here we have come to the final set of exercises here. Let's do it quickly, right? Right. Express each of the following improper fraction as a mixed number. So what do we have to do? We have to convert each number, each improper fraction into a mixed number. So let's quickly do it, right? You can pause the video if you want and do these exercises by your own and come back and check the answers with me, right? Right. The first one, 14 upon 3. What do we do? 14 divided by 3. What's it? It's 4, right? 3 into 4, it's 12. Minus 14 minus 12, it's 2. So we can write this as, this should be the whole number 4 and this should be the denominator. Look, both these are same. Then 3 upon 2. Great. The second example, 13 upon 5. What do we do here? 13 divided by 5. How many? There are 2. 2 in 13, there are 2 sets of 5s, right? Then 5 into 2, it's 10. 13 divided by 10, it's 3. So we can write this as 2 and 5 upon 3 as a mixed number. What about the third one? 23 upon 26 upon 3. We can divide 26 by 3. It's 8, no? 3 into 8, it's 24. Divide. So now we have to subtract. Then 26 minus 24, it's 2. So we can write this as a mixed number like this. 8 and 2 upon 3. Great. The final one. What is it? 94 upon 9. So let's see how we can divide it. 94 divided by 9. That is, for this 9, there is 1 9. So we can write it as here. 9 subtract 9. 9 minus 9, it's 0. So we are taking this 4 here. It's 0. No 9s in 4. So it's 9 into 0, it's 0. 4 minus 0, it's 4. So we can write this as a mixed number as 10 and 9 upon, sorry, 4 upon 9. Okay, we came up with lots and lots of examples. I hope now this is very clear for you. If it is not clear right now, just go back again with the examples and practice them. Write some questions by your own self. And if you have any questions, ask them in the comment section and I'll try my best to answer them. Right? I hope this lesson is clear for you. So in the next lesson, we'll be discussing about fraction comparison, right? Comparing different fractions with each other. That's what we are going to discuss with the next lesson. So if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it and share it with your friends, and give some comments about the things that I need to improve. Anything is acceptable. So let's learn with me, and I'll try my best to give and transfer my knowledge as much as possible. So until we, this should be improper, right? So until we meet next, by the next lesson, have a nice day. Have a good day. Bye bye.